You ever buy something cheap for a project, only to realize halfway through that it's holding you back? Happens all the time with tools, especially sewing machines. You think you're saving money, but then you're stuck redoing seams or fighting the machine. That's the risk with industrial machines. They look like overkill until you actually need them to run heavy canvas or denim all day without slowing down. This Juki DDL 8700H is one of those "wait, is this really worth it" purchases. It's not a home machine. It's built for speed, durability, and heavy fabrics. Think upholstery, workwear, or even small production runs. If you're just sewing pillowcases or light cotton, you don't need this. But if you're planning to sew thick layers or run long projects without burnout, this might be the smarter buy than a cheaper clone that starts skipping stitches after an hour. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that stands out is the setup. It comes with a KD table and a servo motor. That's not just a motor, it's a game changer for noise and power draw. A traditional clutch motor screams and pulls a ton of amps. This DC servo runs quieter, runs cooler, and doesn't spike your electricity bill. If you're working in a shared space or a small shop, that matters. You can actually sew in the evening without waking up the whole house. But don't expect it to be plug and play. This isn't a Singer Start 1306. You'll need to level the table, oil the hook and bobbin area, and make sure the belt tension is right. The auto-lubrication helps, but it's not set and forget. You still need to check oil levels and clean out lint regularly. Skip maintenance and you'll hear it, the hook will start chattering. That's your cue to stop and service it. I've seen people ignore it and end up with skipped stitches or thread nests. Not fun when you're in the middle of a big job. One thing that caught me off guard: no walking foot. The listing says the heavy model doesn't include it. If you're sewing multiple layers of thick material like leather or heavy canvas, a walking foot is almost essential. Without it, the top fabric can shift and you get uneven seams. So if you're planning to sew bags, tents, or heavy-duty jackets, budget for a walking foot upgrade. Otherwise, you'll be fighting the machine more than helping it. Speed-wise, this thing is fast. Like 5,500 stitches per minute fast. That's not a typo. But don't expect to run it at full speed on delicate fabrics. The vibration and needle heat can damage lighter materials. It's built for denim, canvas, and upholstery, not silk or chiffon. If you're doing a mix of projects, you'll need to adjust the speed constantly. The servo motor makes that easy with a foot pedal that responds smoothly, but you still need to stay aware of what you're sewing. Durability is where this machine shines. Juki's reputation isn't built on flashy features, it's built on machines that last decades with proper care. The horizontal axis hook and auto-lubrication mean less wear on moving parts. The motor isn't some cheap import, it's designed for continuous use. If you're running a small business or doing DIY projects that require real stitch integrity, this is the kind of machine that won't quit when you need it most. That said, it's not for everyone. If you're a beginner or only sew occasionally, the learning curve is steep. Threading the bobbin, adjusting tension, and troubleshooting skipped stitches require patience. YouTube tutorials help, but you'll still need to practice. And if you don't have space for a dedicated table, forget it. This isn't a machine you can tuck away in a closet. It's a workhorse that needs room to breathe. So who should buy this? If you're sewing heavy fabrics regularly like jeans, jackets, or upholstery, or if you're thinking about small production work, this is a solid investment. It's not cheap, but it's cheaper long-term than buying a new machine every few years. And if you're tired of cheap machines that burn out or can't handle real workloads, this one's built to last. Who should skip it? If you're only sewing light cotton, polyester, or occasional crafts, you'll be better off with a mid-range home machine. Or if you don't have the space or the patience for setup and maintenance, this isn't the right fit. Bottom line, the Juki DDL 8700H isn't a toy. It's a tool for people who need industrial performance without the industrial price tag of a full factory setup. It's fast, durable, and quiet for its class, but it demands respect. Oil it, clean it, and use it right, and it'll outlast every cheap alternative you've ever bought. Check it out using the link in the description if it sounds like the right